Dad insisted on it, I say. He wanted to be close to his study. 3 flights of stairs are a lot to manage for a man riddled with cancer. Squinting, Layla says, "He looks so pale. He's okay, right?" "Actually, he's not," I say in a tight voice. "I'm sorry, Layla. You're 20 minutes too late." "Wait a minute. What?" My sister, the great Houdini of emotions, shakes off disbelief and slips into anger. "You never told me the situation was urgent." My jaw hits the floor, and I shift my gaze to my brother-in-law, who shrugs as though he too can't believe the absurdity of his wife's comment. "Seriously, Layla? I called you no fewer than 20 times in the past 7 days. When we spoke yesterday afternoon, I told you that Dad's hospice nurse—" I sweep my arm at Rose, who's talking on her cell phone in the corner of the drawing room, "predicted he wouldn't make it through the weekend." A flush creeps up my sister's neck to her cheeks. "We had an important function last night. We couldn't get away until this morning." "You didn't mention an important function when we spoke on the phone." I'm tempted to ask her if she deems saying goodbye to one's father on his deathbed unimportant, but I hold my tongue. "Whatever, Layla. I'm sure you'll want some time alone with him now." Brushing past her, I hurry down the stairs and out into the sultry afternoon. I cross East Battery Street to the seawall and lean against the railing on the promenade. The sight of the sailboats gliding across the Cooper River has a calming effect on my nerves. The low country is in my blood. The marshes, the oak trees, the cuisine. Following his diagnosis, my father talked obsessively about my future, as though he could not rest in peace until he knew for certain I had a clear-cut path in mind.
"After I'm gone, I want you to pack your easel and leave this town," he said repeatedly. "You have no obligations tying you down. Go explore the world, paint until your heart's content."
Contrary to what my father wanted for me, I can't imagine ever leaving Charleston. As for artistic inspiration, the number of enchanting scenes for me to paint in this town and the surrounding areas is infinite. Placing my back to the harbor, I stare across the street at our home. Just as I can't imagine moving away from Charleston, I never want to leave this house. My ancestor, my too many greats to count grandfather, built the gray stuccoed 3-story federal-style house in the 1820s. One member of the Stoney family after another has lived here ever since. Narrow on the street side, the house extends deep into the property. Informal sitting rooms occupy the first floor of the main house, but we spend the majority of our time on the upper 2 levels, which allow for more scenic views. Back in the olden days, kitchens were built separate from the main dwelling for fear of fire. That dependency is now attached to the main house, providing space on the 1st and 2nd floors for kitchen and laundry, and the 3rd floor for rarely used bedrooms. At the far back of the property, the original carriage house offers a fully equipped apartment that has been used by many over the years. A visitor to our home needs a map to find his way from the front door to the kitchen through our conglomeration of chopped-up rooms. I've always assumed I would be the one to inherit the house, but when I got up the nerve to question my father about it a month ago, he said,
"You'll have to work that out with your sister."
"But she lives in Atlanta," I argued. "She's never expressed any interest in moving back to Charleston."
"I can't explain it now, sweetheart. You'll understand everything in due time."
Due time has now come. A white van whips into our driveway and comes to a screeching halt in front of the main entrance on the 1st-floor piazza on the side of the house. 2 men dressed entirely in gray get out. I don't need to see the logos on their uniforms to know they've come to collect my father's body. I long to run after them, to beg them not to take him away, but I'm frozen to my spot on the railing by a sudden vision. A bird's-eye view through a rain-splattered window. A much younger version of my father pacing the driveway, raking his hands through a thick head of dark hair. The transfer vehicle in my vision is not a van, but an ambulance. The sheet-draped body on the stretcher can only be my mother. The tiny figure in the 3rd-floor window is my 6-year-old self on the day she died.